topic, and there's some big news for James Gunn and his upcoming DCU that kicks off in 2025. So Superman Legacy, Superman and Lois Lane have been cast. So portraying Superman is David Corenswet, and Lois Lane is Rachel
Brosnahan.
Yep. Had it. I was
You'll
practicing.
Get there. By 2025, you better be saying that name correctly.
Brosnahan. So I haven't seen much of Corenswet's stuff, but I know that Brosnahan has been in House of Cards, which is where I've seen her from. What are your thoughts on this casting?
Fun fact, Corenswet's on House of Cards as well for one episode.
Clicked, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if you've seen him there. But
I don't recognize him.
I've never seen him before.
Yeah.
I imagine myself over the next few weeks watching Pearl, which we heard over the weekend that he's good in. He's fine. But the movie's great, so I want to see the movie and just what he's like as a performer in terms of how you can sense an actor's just natural charisma outside of their actual performance.
Yep.
Some actors just have that kind of magic to them, that charm that I want to see if he has that, because I feel like Clark Kent needs that in a way. And at the end of the day, these cast selections, they're very promising to me. I've seen Rachel Brosnahan and stuff, but from 2015, 2016. It's a long time since I've seen her. But a bunch of SAG nominations and Emmy nominations and a win there for Marvelous Miss Maisel. I think they've nailed it here. And apparently she was the most impressive out of all off the screen tests.
Yeah.
With everyone, including the Lex Luthor ones. So David Corenswet, in terms of just look, physical appearance, and kind of build, sure, he's got a bit of length to him, but he doesn't quite have the frame yet. You can obviously grow into that. You can train.
He has 2 years.
Yeah. He has plenty of time, and with what Hollywood will pump into him, a bunch of chemicals and stuff like that, he'll be big in a couple months.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but that's another conversation. Yeah, so he's got the Clark Kent look. Just really great stuff. He's got youth to him. Youthful actors for this is just a great idea. I wanted Clark Kent to be younger in this, not kind of older. I think that's where DCU went wrong. Because I know Superman Legacy is going to be focusing on just him on his quest about his Kryptonian past, and about his parents in Kansas and his parents from Krypton. So it'll be not a coming of age story, but just discovering who you are. And it's just the right fit for him. I know that Emma Mackey, she was in line to getting a screen test as well. Made it to the final stages. Nicholas Hoult did as well. Who's also lost out on the Batman.
And the Batman, yeah.
Poor guy. Yeah, I think he lost out on James Bond as well, but he's lost out on so much stuff. Yeah, he's always made it to the final round.
He just should not go for franchises anymore. Just
I think he would have been fine. Everyone was hating on him with the idea of being Superman. And once I heard of David Corenswet, he was my top pick. But I wouldn't have minded Nicholas Hoult.
I was just more talking how he's applied for so many major
stuff. No, but I'm just talking about I just randomly started seeing so much hate for him.
Oh, yeah.
Just uncalled for.
I think it's because everyone still has him as Beast, and how he was sort of in that. And they couldn't quite imagine him as a Superman sort of character. And he's a bit lanky as well, so I guess people can't really envision him in a physical physique.
Yeah, I mean,
obviously acting wise, he'll be able to nail it.
Yeah,
but I think it was just the physique wise that.
I don't think you need to care about the physique, because you can just grow. you can train at the gym and you can get bigger and stuff like that. And with what Hollywood does, you can transform your body pretty quickly. So I think anyone could grow into the physique that Superman has, but he doesn't need to be insane. I don't expect David Corenswet to be at the level of Henry Cavill. Don't think it's necessary. But just have a decent build at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Emma Mackey, that would have been my top pick for Lois Lane. Just because Emma Mackey's, she's 26, I believe.
27.
27, yeah. So she would have just been like, I'm not trying to be like saying age is a bad thing or not, but just a more youthful kind of energy to her that I feel like I would have loved to seen a version of Lois Lane who's new to journalism and new to coming to that, at least with, they can still do that with Brosnahan, of course, and she'll play it really well. I just feel like Emma McKay could pass for, an intern or someone coming out of uni and stuff a little bit more convincingly. I don't know where they're going to go with it, but I fucking pray that the charisma between Corenswet and Brosnahan are better than Amy Adams and Cavill, because he's an okay actor. Nothing he's done that's really impressed me. Like my best performance that I've seen from him is Mission Impossible Fallout.
Yeah.
Like he's fine, but Amy Adams is very talented. To see those two have a really cold disconnect was always weird. I just go back to that scene in the bath and Batman vs Superman.
Yes, just like
it's just like awkward, and I was like, I never bought into it. But yeah, and I've heard stuff about Lex Luthor potential castings there.
I did see Nicholas Hoult was up for that.
He is up for that. Both Skarsgård brothers have auditioned for it, and it looks like Bill Skarsgård will get it, or at least it's trending that way. We'll see what happens, but I'm fully on board for that. If we get a young Lex Luthor, that's going to be cool to see. And Bill, yeah, I mean, I saw him in like the similar-ish kind of role in John Wick 4.
Mm-hmm.
So he definitely can play it, and I think he'd be very good in it as well.
He's very menacing as well. We've already seen him in it and John Wick 4 as well, so clearly he can play a villain very well.
Yeah, and he's a bit versatile on how he does his performances, so it would be better than Jesse Eisenberg.
I think anyone would be better than Jesse Eisenberg.
He had potential, though.
He did, but hey, that whole franchise had potential.
That's true, yeah. What do you think about all this?
Yeah, I'm happy with both casting. I've seen Rachel in House of Cards, and I know that she's a very talented actress, and I think she'll definitely do the role very justice as well. Corenswet, I'm on the same boat as you. Haven't seen much of him, so I can't quite comment properly. But just in terms of physique-wise, he's the same height as Christopher Reeve, 6'4", which is the tallest Superman.
Yeah.
So he's obviously going to have that Superman sort of toweringness nature to him, which is great. And obviously 2 years out, he can easily put on some few kgs and really look like Superman.
He'll need to put on like 15 kgs.
Yeah. But it's now it's just really interesting to see what the suit's going to look like, whether they go with the traditional colors and the under on the outside, or if they like keep it with the sort of DC New 52 and DCU sort of Superman sort of suits where it's just like a little belt. So I guess that's next on the everyone's fans list to see what the suit's going to look like.
I don't think it'll be undies, but it needs color. It definitely needs like a bit of pop.
So it doesn't need to be navy blue. It should be like proper. I don't know the word. It's not sky blue. Proper blue.
Just blue. Yeah. You know what I mean with Henry Cavill's. He was just.
If we're on video, I could literally point to the blue right now. You know the Lego.
We used to have a thing of Superman here, actually. So I could have pointed to that. And he's right there in that poster. Yeah. For the Lego movie.
If we're on video, we could just turn the camera, but it's all good. You guys can just look up the Lego movie poster and he's there.
Top right by the O in Lego.
There you go. Great description. Search it up on Google. You're welcome, Lego movie. But yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm all on board with you in regards to Emma McKay. I think she just looks like a Lois Lane, just her like facial features and like her height and everything. She just looks like a Lois Lane. Where Rachel, she does look a bit older, but I think she's on something like a 2-year, 3-year age gap, which isn't that much. But
it's fine. She's extremely talented. So like anyone to complain at that just because of age, I think it's a little bit silly at that point.
Yeah, and they're both relatively unknown, considering that Rachel's been in quite a lot as well.
Yeah,
she's still not really well known, so it's obviously great that both these actors and actresses can finally like break into Hollywood and get a bit more mainstream.
Do it for all of DCU.
Yeah,
because I don't want people that come in there and they have a whole history of bullying and harassment and all this other stuff. Start clean and clearing new faces. It's a fair thing to say.
It is Warner Brothers is doing their research now, not
Yeah, and then we're seeing Disney. There's just so much like vet whoever it is first very, very thoroughly.
So I guess the next one for DC is all eyes will be on the Batman. James Gunn did say that it's miles and miles away from that casting being set. So get ready for a lot of fan casts to come out. No doubt we'll do some as well. When more details come out about that film. When we get a rougher idea of what kind of Batman James Gunn is looking for. But until then, we'll just wait for what the suit announcement looks and
just do Robert Pattinson for Batman.
Exactly. I think they both would be fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, that they're both relatively young and both establishing their own sort of franchise as well. Yeah. Batman, I think he was in year 2. Or Pattinson's Batman was in year 2, and I think this is roughly the same sort of.
Yeah. And you could easily get it into the DCU.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, there's no mention of, like other cities or other beings in the Batman. So it's not like it, you couldn't just make it a part of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, you can always change your mind if James Gunn wants to go that route.
I just think it's really, really dumb to have 2 Batmans in 2 different universes at the same time. It's just stupid.
Yeah, everyone's going to get confused.
Yeah, like we have 2 Jokers now. And we're probably going to have a 3rd Joker running all at the same time.
Yeah. 2 Jokers? I can think of Joaquin Phoenix.
You got the Batman Joker, Joaquin Joker, and probably DCU Joker.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'm saying that, but like Spider-Man is probably the closest you can do. Animated, live action, both thriving kind of thing. But 2 live action ones, yeah. We'll see if they can pull off. That's going to be hard to do.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait for more announcements and shit.
Me and you, we're going to know exactly what's going on, who's who, who's where, and what's DCU and what's not. Yeah. Can you imagine somebody's not into movies and just goes to random stuff? They're going to be
so fucking confused.
And they're going to be like, wait, I thought it was that guy. Like, they're going to, like, I'm trying to put myself in their shoes. They're going to be like all over the place. Like, what the fuck's going on? Like,
this is, sorry for your poor souls out there. Those are uninitiated, film beings.
Do you know what would be actually like gut wrenching though? Is that the Batman Part 2, the Matt Reeves one, he dies at the end of it, and then they cancel that to make space for the new one.
The thing is that's something they'll fully fucking do. So next topic. I'm getting triggered.